I have a dilemma. The laptop I use at the house is an old Fujitsu, and the Wi-Fi transmitter is going out on it. I have installed Ubuntu Linux on that laptop. I've installed Ubuntu Linux on several laptops at work, and every single one of them, the Wi-Fi works flawlessly. This laptop, the Wi-Fi is slowly getting worse and worse and worse. Here's the symptom. I will log in to the Wi-Fi and it'll say, hey look, I'm connected. But then when I go try to do anything, of course, I'm not connected. I have an IP. I can do NSLookup, so I know I have DNS settings set. And as I go from one web page to another, it just doesn't work. It'll work about every fifth click now. When I first started noticing this was several months ago, actually almost a year ago. About every third time I click on something, it just wouldn't go. It's like the packet wouldn't leave. It's like the packet that's had the request in it would just go fall on the floor, and the laptop would simply never get a response back from the server. Well, like I said, it's gotten so much worse now. It's more like 1 in 5 actually works now, and it's just ridiculous. So, at work, we have some old Wi-Fi connectors that are USB. And I brought the two different kinds that we have. I brought them both home just to try to get them to work on the laptop. And here is something that really blew my mind. The little switch, the physical switch on the front of this laptop, it turns off all 3 transmitters. I was wondering if that was actually a physical switch that went in and killed the internal Wi-Fi transmitter. But no, it kills all of them. It's actually just a switch, like the F5 key. You know, it's literally just one of those, because it wipes out. The operating system sees that switch get thrown and knows to turn off all Wi-Fi in the laptop, even both USB ones. Now I know the USB ones were working because they came up and I could do an ifconfig, and I could see the MAC addresses and the fact that they were in fact not connecting to anything, and that they were in fact not getting IPs. They weren't even trying. They were trying to connect anything. I tried several programs. I tried to identify the separate Wi-Fi devices and get them to connect, but every time I would kill the one that I knew was on the motherboard, because I knew the MAC addresses, I'd kill the one on the motherboard, the connection that it had, and I'd try to connect with the other USB devices, and the one on the motherboard would jump in and take that connection. I don't know about chipsets. I've looked at trying to kill a chipset driver so that Wi-Fi device would simply not have the driver installed, but anytime I tried to mess with that, it would crash the whole Wi-Fi thing and have to reboot and bring it all back up. So I gave up, and at the moment I'm currently using my work laptop, which is not good, just to do my normal home chores like paying bills and that sort of thing when I get home. This is not a good thing because, you know, work frowns upon using that laptop and wear it out twice as fast using it for everything. And there's no money for a new laptop in my future. We still got to pay off the car, we pay off the repairs on the car, blah blah blah. You know how it goes. Just everything gets in the way of that. So I'm starting to look for a used laptop with a decent Wi-Fi connection. The company I work for sells them, sells used equipment, so I might go that route. One thing I did do was install a virtual machine on my work laptop that lets me use Kdenlive, my favorite video editor, and that's probably what I'm going to edit this on. I did put up a video recently that was done in Windows Movie Maker, and you know, it wasn't that bad. There's that mosquito hawk she was talking about. I've heard people talk about it. I've always wanted to try it out because they said it was a great way to get people off your back when they ask you about video editors, and I think they're right. Anytime anyone asks me, well, what video editor should I use to start my blog, I'm going to tell them, well, you need to get Microsoft Movie Maker. It's real simple. Throw a movie together, you're done. Does all the transitions for you, yada yada. You don't have to know any of that crap. It just does it all for you in the background. It's a piece of cake to use. It's what I officially recommend. And if you buy Microsoft Windows, you can basically download the Microsoft Movie Maker for free still, with Windows 7. They'll probably start selling it at some point, but for now, that's the one. Anyway, we just got through at work shipping back a whole ton of laptops, like 40 laptops that, you know, they wouldn't sell them to us or wouldn't give them to the employees. They had to go get shipped off somewhere. God knows what's going to happen to them. I assume they're just going to be recycled. But there were a couple of decent laptops in there. It really pisses me off. There was 2 of them that were still in the box and never got sent to anyone. They never got assigned to anybody. And they were pretty decent little laptops, and it's just so frustrating that we couldn't really do much with those laptops. We did pull a couple of them back and actually use them in the lab for lab equipment, just because, come on, they're probably just going to recycle these things anyway. I don't know. That's fine. It's a big company. They have their procedures, and the procedures are crowbars when you need a scalpel. But oh well. All right. So tonight, this is probably going to be edited in a virtual machine. Just so you know. If anybody out there has a really, really, really cheap but good laptop that the operating system doesn't work on, that they wouldn't mind giving away, let me know in the comments.